Hello again. So, oops. Okay, so UC. I'm going to go over the Igetc for the UC. The University of California system has 9 UC campuses. They are geared much more heavily towards research, so they want to give their students practical experience engaging in research. And I did mention in another video the UC tag. So if you're interested in a UC, they do have a transfer admission guarantee program. Not all of the campuses participate. For example, UCLA does not participate in UC tag, neither does Berkeley. But if you're interested in a UC, definitely I would recommend looking into the transfer admission guarantee program. And I'm just going to briefly go over the Igetc certification requirements. This is the general ed plan that you will be following if you are interested in transferring to a UC only, or a UC and a CSU, or it can also be followed if you are interested in transferring to a private school or an out-of-state university. But you will want to, again, look at the requirements for that particular institution and whether or not it is advisable for you to follow the Igetc. And even if you do plan on applying to a UC school, depending on the major and the institution, they may or may not advise you to follow the Igetc, especially if you're a STEM major, because it's a high unit major. They don't require the Igetc because you will have accumulated a lot of transfer units just by trying to meet the major prep and your associate's degree requirements if you're getting an associate's degree in a STEM major. So in that instance, your counselor will recommend that you follow the 7-course GE pattern for the UC system. But I'm going to go over the Igetc just briefly, and the Igetc is also divided into sections. So this is Area 1 for English communication. And of course, here they're requesting 6 to 9 units. You're required to take an English composition course. So we have all of the English 101 courses here. You need a critical thinking course, and the difference between this section and the CSU critical thinking section is that there are only 2 classes here. Because remember, on the CSU GE, you had a lot more options for the critical thinking requirement, but for the UC system you only have 2, and that's English 102 and English 103. And then oral communication is on the Igetc. However, you see there's a notation here that it is only required for the CSU. So the UC system does not require a speech class, which is why 6 to 9 units rather than 9 units is acceptable in Area 1. In the Area 2, you have the mathematical concepts and quantitative reasoning. That's your 200 level math class. And so they have a little asterisk here next to some of these math classes. It's because it may not be acceptable at a particular institution for a particular major. So it can vary, and you do want to check with a counselor and check with the university's website. But for the purposes of certifying the Igetc, all of these courses will satisfy the math requirement for Area 2. And so some math classes are 3 units, some are 4, some are 5. So minimum 3 semester units are required, but you may satisfy this area with more than that. Okay. Then we have Area 3, Arts and Humanities. Just like on the CSU GE, it requires 9 units. 1 art class, 1 humanities class, and a 3rd class can be either an art or a humanity. And we just want to be mindful that, of course, not all courses are UC transferable. And so we want to make sure that we're following an educational plan. If you are interested in a CSU and a UC, that you have the overlap where the course is going to meet the requirement for the UC and the CSU. And so that's why if you're not sure, if you want to transfer but you're not sure if you want to transfer to a UC or a CSU, it's best advised that you follow the Igetc because it will cover you in both instances. Okay, Area 4, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Again, 9 units are required, 3 classes, and they have to be from at least 2 disciplines. For physical and biological sciences, much like on the CSUGE, you need a physical science, a biological science, and one of these sciences has to have a lab. And here you have asterisks next to some of these classes, and the reason is because, say for example, with Physics 6 and 7 and Physics 37, 38, and 39, if you take Physics 30, let's say you take Physics 6 and Physics 7, but then you decide that you want to change your major or change the school that you want to transfer to, and they are not accepting 6 and 7, and then you find out that you need to take 37, 38, and 39, you will only get credit for one series because they are 2 different series of physics classes. So for the UC systems, they're going to limit the credit that you will receive. And so that's why the asterisks are there. And it is explained in the course, the college catalog. Then there's the foreign language section. So this is required for Igetc certification. And you can satisfy this by taking any one of these foreign language classes. Or if you've taken foreign language in high school, if you have gotten to your second year of foreign language in high school and at least finished the second semester of the second year with a passing grade, you can satisfy the Igetc with the foreign language that you took in high school. It does have to be 2 years in the same subject. Also, I would like to point out that if you have AP credit, if you took an AP class in high school and took the AP exam and got a score of 3 or higher, you want to let your counselor know about that because you may be able to get course credit for that AP class. And then the CSU graduation requirement in U.S. History, Constitution, and American Ideals. These are the statutory requirements that are on the CSU. They're included here on the Igetc. It's not part of the Igetc. It's not required to get Igetc certified. But they do include it here because, much like with the speech requirement that you saw at the very top of the Igetc, many students will want to apply to both systems, and this way we're including courses that are advisable for the CSU as well. But they are not required to get Igetc certified. Okay, and this is, that was from a different video. So again, a very quick video, somewhat redundant because it's structured very similarly to the CSUGE plan. Really, I just want you to understand the difference between the two of them, essentially how to read it, and to get an understanding of why you want to follow the educational plan. Ask questions. Let your counselor know what your goals are. Let your counselor know if your goals change. And, hopefully be able to plan things in a way that are going to have you satisfying graduation and transfer requirements in an efficient way so that you can graduate and transfer, if that's your goal, as quickly as possible. and without having to take extra classes or delay graduation or transfer. So yeah, that was it on the Igetc. And again, just also let your counselor know about any AP scores from high school, and know that you can also meet the foreign language requirement with high school foreign language. That is a possibility as well. And also, there are some instances where the Igetc is possibly not required. But it really does depend on your major and the school that you want to transfer to. So these are things that you do want to share with your counselor. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.